Hello, my name is Marcus Ruiz Evans. I founded the Calexit movement in 2012 and formed various organizations to help promote the idea that California could survive as a separate nation from 2014 till now, 2022. I've been at it the longest than anyone, and I am the most experienced and most documented person covering this topic, having been covered in 3 separate secession books. Today, we're going to cover that the Calexit organization under new management, under the direction of the new leader, CEO Jason Wright, President or spokesperson Marcus Ruiz Evans, myself, and Vice President Rabbi Steven Axelman, has attended the largest secession conferences in America, held by 3 organizations that all pursued legal secession. That would be Texas, New Hampshire, and California. Now, we've covered the different legal avenues these separate movements have pursued. Texas had a resolution through the political party system to discuss secession. Later on, they had Kyle Biederman, a elected official who won a democratically elected position, propose it in the legislature. New Hampshire had a democratically elected official, Mike Sylvia, also present the concept in their legislature. And in California, we had 5 separate initiatives filed that would go directly to the voters, asking them if they would pursue the idea of California being a separate nation. Now, these 3 organizations have held 2 conferences, one last year and one this year. At both conferences, the real Calexit organization under new management attended both of them. Other people representing themselves as Calexit did not attend. That's why I wanted to let you know that while there's a division in who's actually in charge of the movement, the people who are actually involved in the movement have no such confusion. Everybody who's been in Calexit, everybody who's worked with Calexit knows who the real leaders are and who the fake people are. And they invited the real people and their allies to join the conference. I'm going to show you some of the conference footage directly now so that you can see that this actually happened. Let's go right to it. So the first event was in June 29th, 2021. There's Steven Axelman, the vice president of the Calexit movement, and he is in New Hampshire speaking with the New Hampshire independence movement and the Texas independence movement. I'm going to show you his speech in full and let the video go a little bit so that you can see that the other organizations were there.
Peacefully. None of us have to be told what a dangerous point we're at with the incredible level of conflict there is between different parties and people with different sets of beliefs in this country. So, in the name of the Liberty Bloc, Americans United for Peaceful Separation, New Hampshire Exit, and possibly Porkfest as well, I'm extremely honored to welcome all the way from Texas, the president of the Texas Nationalist Movement, Daniel Miller, and we also have with us on Zoom, and we're hoping he will be able to speak with us as well, Marcus Ruiz Evans, who is the president of Calext. What is absolutely wonderful about this is these are the 2 largest secession movements in the country, as far as I know in history, on 2 totally opposite sides of the spectrum. And if they can somehow partner up at any level and help each other tactically or anything else, I think we've got a shot. So with no further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Daniel Miller. He's going to speak for a little bit. Hopefully we'll hear from Marcus from Calexit, and then we'll open it up to questions. Thank you.
Okay, howdy. Oh, that's not going to do. Howdy. Howdy. How you go? Hey, it is so good to be here, and Steve, everyone. Thank you guys.
So you can see Rabbi Steven Axelman in the frame representing Calexit. I was just in the frame representing Calexit. That's Alu Axelman representing New Hampshire Exit, and in audio is Daniel Miller representing the Texas Nationalist Movement.
Thanks so much for inviting me. It's great to see you all for the first time. We actually, a lot of us connect on Zuckerbook. Unfortunately,
so this was in June 29, 2021, and it represents Texas Nationalist Movement, New Hampshire, and Calexit, represented by both the vice president and the president at that time. This is on my YouTube channel, and again, it was filmed on June 29th, 2021. The rest of the video is about the other groups talking. I just wanted to show that Calexit was there. Let's go to another video. Now, this one is in March 8th, 2022. It is again the same people. So Daniel Miller, representing the Texas Nationalist Movement, Rabbi Steven Axelman, representing Calexit, and Alu Axelman, representing New Hampshire. Let's go and take a look at this video. We showed you the other one, and here's the second conference proving that the Calexit under new management was the only recognized Calexit leader by other secession movements, in fact, the most pivotal secession movements in America, and that this particular Calexit organization attended two of the most relevant conferences to this held in America in the last few years. Let's take a look at what the Calexit leader, Rabbi Steven Axelman, had to say.
Right. So Steve, Calexit, what's happening?
What's happening with Calexit? Well, what's a nice Jewish boy from New York like me doing as vice president of Calexit? Well, I've been involved in Calexit for, I guess, about 2 years right now. And the reason I'm involved is because I support their right to self-determination and because I don't agree with them on almost anything. And one of the beautiful things about Calexit is Marcus Ruiz Evans, who's their president or CEO, had reached out to Liberty Block and my son here several years
The CEO is Jason Wright.
ago, saying he doesn't think conservatives in this country will let California go. And we let him know exactly what this gentleman just said with his expression. Most of us would be happy to leave our homes at 5 in the morning and push them into the Pacific Ocean. And he was very surprised at that. And I've been working very well along with them. And what's nice about it is when I agree with them, it's great. And when I vehemently disagree with them, it's still great. Because that's why we want to have a peaceful separation. We can live together as friends if we don't have to control each other's lives. Some of you may have noticed Calexit has gone through some tumult in the last few months. We are building it back. They have, I believe, about 130,000 people on their email list. And it's slightly quieter now because we probably think there's a left-wing or fascist administration now in Washington. Believe it or not, people in Calexit think that this administration is far to the right of Trump. So be that as it may, I see a lot of eyebrows going up, but that is why we all want to help them realize their self-determination and become an independent nation unto their own. I just want to mention one of the things that I want to do most, and I'm proud to be working with Daniel Miller and of course my son from FNHI, is to bring the movements together, help them work with each other, like Carla said very well. It's not conservatives, it's not libertarians, it's not, what was the third one? Right, it's all of them. So none of us can be considered nuts. I know that one of the comments during the hearing at which Carla appeared, somebody said we're just a bunch of, what are we, we're wackos, we're laughing stocks. We're laughing stocks. Well, I don't think that representative, no, you're not laughing stocks. You're vanguard. You're way ahead of it because there are several movements like this in the country. I don't think of myself as a radical. I definitely don't think of myself as KKK or Nazi. Yet I do know that many people out there, including a book I just listened to this morning on the way up from New York called The Next Civil War, is trying to paint those of us who believe in self-determination as just that, radical, militia, Nazis. We are not, and I hope to always be a face for the movement to convince people we're just a bunch of normal people who want to live our own lives, go our own way, and when we're all done, I welcome questions.
Great, thank you. And I love how you emphasize the word peaceful there. You know,
That's the whole video. Wanted to make sure that this got out to everybody, showing that the Calexit organization under new management, CEO Jason Wright, President and spokesperson Marcus Ruiz Evans, Vice President Rabbi Steven Axelman have attended the top 2 largest conferences on secession. No other organization was invited, and other leaders purporting to represent the Calexit movement were definitely not invited. That should tell you a lot. Thank you, and more videos will be coming up soon.